I believe the investigations into the missing Beaumont children missed a vital and critical clue. Let me explain. I don't need to tell the people watching this video about the history of the missing Beaumont children. We all want closure, but it will never be properly solved because they will never find the bodies. Not through lack of trying, but because they're just not there. Let me tell you what I know. The suspected kidnapper and subsequent murderer of 3 beautiful young kids, a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old, was Harry Phipps, but they just can't prove it because they cannot find the bodies, the evidence. And they never will. Harry Phipps owned the Castelloy foundry in Plimpton. He owned it. I remember as a 12-year-old going to this foundry and taking a tour, not in a group, but by myself. You see, I liked the concept of melting metal and turning it into something. The Castelloy foundry did just that. They turned aluminium alloy ingots into car parts, as I recall. Things like water pumps. At that time, being 12, I was a bit surprised that the owner-manager showed me through the foundry. I was a curious kid and I half expected him to say no, but he showed me through. I enjoyed the tour. It was hot because the furnaces were on and molten metal was being poured from the crucibles. I was fascinated how metal can be melted and shaped. Aluminium melts at a temperature of 660 degrees Celsius. If Harry Phipps did indeed commit this heinous crime, he would have cremated the Beaumont children. He would not have buried them or disposed of them some other way. It bothers me that the family of the Beaumont children not only lost their children, imagine that, but they never got closure. The Beaumont kids went missing on a public holiday. The foundry would have been closed on that day, but the owner, Harry Phipps, would have had full access to the furnaces. It was his foundry. He owned it. If he did it, he would have kidnapped the 3 young children at Glenelg, taken them to the foundry, killed them, and threw their tiny bodies into a crucible at 660 degrees Celsius, or into the furnace. In either case, there would have been nothing left other than a thin layer of carbon ashes. A sad ending to 3 kids, and a sad loss to South Australia. Sometime later, an Adelaide entrepreneur, Con Polites, hired an international psychic to try to find the Beaumont children, but without success. The South Australian police have never given up on it, but again, without success. It will never be solved. They will never find the bodies. The best chance, which is very thin, is to find someone who worked at the Castelloy foundry at the time and ask if the furnaces were hot on the day after the public holiday, or if there was a strange smell in and around the property. But it still won't resolve it. There will be no closure. And if you are wondering why I haven't contacted the police, I have. Obviously, this is only speculation as I can't completely prove my theory, but prove me wrong. Tell me this doesn't make sense.